Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Any Last Words. I'm your host, Joe. If you are new here, thank you and welcome. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow button wherever you're following from. And if you're not, welcome back, creepy bastards. I appreciate it. And yeah, oh man, last night was a great show. I will say that right now. I had so much fun. I had David Howard Thornton from Terrifier on, also known as Art the Clown, and my co-host was Mark D. Valenti from Brain Burrow, which is a new podcast that I think is really awesome because he's a I'm gonna mess it up, psychologist, psychiatrist, and he mixes horror and he asks very, like I wouldn't say like super personal questions, but like what you think about certain things. So, okay, good. So I just had to make sure before we got all the way into this. And why is it telling me that StreamYard is not responsive? Just wait. Are we going now? Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Let me push on the chat on the phone because usually it's good about continuing to go. Even. Okay, there you go. Hey, Timothy. Hey, Goody. Thanks for joining. Pop back out of that. So yeah, screw my computer. I didn't even care. I've got just basically it's just stories for the evening, as far as like music and movies, shows, things like that are horror related, horror or rock related, I should say, because that's what I like to keep it on. Anyway, let me see. Okay, let me see if the comments work on this now. Do not. So let me go back to my phone. Let's see. Aaron, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. So yeah, tonight it's like I said, just gonna be some stories. I feel compelled to get any last words stuff. I hope you do, and I hope others do too, because sometimes I have cool stuff, sometimes I don't. Hey, Joseph, thanks for joining. I am doing well. How are you? I hope you and everyone else in the feed are doing well and staying safe and healthy. But yeah, so tonight's show, I'm going to start it with I saw her come up in the feed, and what was it? Oh, hey, Miggy Mig. I don't remember if it was on TikTok or Instagram, one of those, about Courtney Love. Um, Something about like her making a comeback. Like, oh, Courtney Love's making a comeback. It's like, was she ever really here? Because she was so fucking drugged out of her gourd for so long. Anyway, March 15th, she posted on Instagram that she announced that she had been suffering from anemia and almost died last year, and that CBD oil saved her life. Yeah. Well, drugs kind of dry out your body and your brain, so that might be a reason why you. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who's anemic. I know it's a really serious thing. It seems like it's really horrible to live with. Um, some of us have been anemic for medical reasons, not just that we have this disease that we walk with every day. So, anyways, let me go before I start rambling in a weird direction. But yeah, she claims that she was 97 pounds. She said that basically the doctors that she was trying to get treated for her anemia and her just not feeling good and being in acute pain all the time, she said the doctors were quack. They were backwards doctors. She had gone and seen a whole bunch of them. And she said in the 9 months that she had been seeing doctors, all they did was basically criticize her and not want to help her, this and that. And yeah, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I was kind of thinking about it. It's like, well, if you're going to I don't, just only because I've known women who have done this and men too, especially like in LA and stuff. They get those like, where they like the celebrity doctors they don't even have to be celebrity doctors, but, you go shopping around and you'll get one that says, well, no, because you're on drugs, or no, because there's nothing wrong with you. You're just looking to get high, for whatever reason. And because this doctor isn't giving them what they want, they'll just keep bouncing around from doctor shopping is what they call it. And they'll just go round and round and round until they finally find a doctor that's going to give them something that it's going to get them where they want to be. And it's really shitty. Oh, yay, my comments popped up finally. Hey, Rich, thanks for joining. We're talking about the return of Courtney Love. I wasn't a big fan of Hole. I'm not a fan of hers. I'm not gonna say, anyway. So yeah, none of these doctors wanted to treat her. They didn't want to give her shit. So then she started seeing a pain management doctor. Sorry, that's gross. A pain management doctor. And he's been treating her with CBD oil, and she has no more physical or mental pain. She's like totally cured. Bitch, you can buy weed without a doctor, right? Like you're paying somebody to do something you can just walk into a store and buy. You can buy CBD oil at 7-Eleven. Not that it's like really legit shit, but you don't really need a doctor to do these things anymore. So why are you paying all this money? Something don't sound right. I think maybe that doctor's giving you something more than CBD, or maybe CBD stands for something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But it don't sound right to me. Oh, my comments on froze again. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Um, yeah, thank you, Lance F. Courtney. Sip it, sip it, sip it, sip it. More like Return of Nothing, or Nothing Nobody Cared About. Exactly. I don't know. She's so weird. She's so weird in how she tries to keep herself relevant, and how she's basically just clung on to Kurt like the whole time. Don't get me wrong, I know Kurt Cobain had a lot of problems, but he did have a lot of stomach problems. He was a drug addict, and that's not to say I'm not trying to glorify drugs and stuff, but Kurt Cobain legit had stomach issues. Actually, the last 2 years he was alive, like before he died, he didn't have stomach problems anymore. Like you can see it, like I think it's an MTV interview where they ask him, "How's your stomach feeling?" And he's like, "I am great. I haven't had stomach pain in like over a year." Burr, burr, burr. And he was good, but they never diagnosed him with anything because they didn't know what he had. And in 2015, she wants to bring out, she's like, "Oh, Kurt had Crohn's disease, and he was in so much pain. That's what drove him to kill himself." Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there and read the comments. um, what did Courtney do now? Nothing important. She's just making a fool out of herself again, and just I don't get her. I don't get her. I don't need to get her, but she's just fucking weird. She's always trying to hold on to something to make her to keep her relevant. It's like even her own daughter's like, this bitch needs to fuck off. Like, go away. But was she really in Sons of Anarchy? I thought what's her name? Katie Seagal, Peggy Bundy. She was in that though, right? I never really watched it too much. I know what show you're talking about. But I never really watched it. But really, she was in Santa. Was she? Oh, was she a prostitute? Please tell me she was a prostitute. Anyway, he took the drugs to medicate the stomach. He did take the drugs to medicate his stomach, but apparently he had actually found like like a GI doctor. That sounds like right. He found like a GI doctor that actually helped. Like they didn't know what what was wrong with his stomach at the time. Crohn's disease, I don't even think was a thing at the time. But there is the thing too that what was the I watched a thing where they were talking about this today too, like his stomach problems. I guess like heroin makes you sick all the time. Oh, I didn't do hard drugs like that. I mean, I partied, but I didn't do shit like that. Um, but yeah, I guess apparently like some people were saying that like he had the stomach problem because he was throwing up so much from the heroin. He was trying to, I don't, maybe that can be a story for another. We just talk about true crime or Cobain or some shit. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, she had Kurt killed. My hate for her is real. Mine too. Mine too. And I do believe she had him killed. Dude, like her therapist, what was it? Her therapist or her baby's godmother found like, because she went to her house and left her backpack and it had like notes in it. And she practiced like writing the same letters over and over. Like weird fucking tweaker shit. I don't know. Anyway, he drank any royalty from that. There you go. That was a good one, Liz. um, Aaron, I get her, but it's not worth understanding. Also, what's up, Joe and Lance? Nothing much, right? Just hanging in there with life best we can. Still kind of boring teen over here. But yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to, I don't know. They had it out. I don't think I saw it on Instagram. I just saw it was like a news article post. I don't know if it was on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or some shit like that, but I had seen it and I was like, what's this? And then I was like, she was gone. I had no fucking clue. Oh well, but I was like, let's see what hot fucking mess this is now and share it. Oh, hey, Kevin. Oh, muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú, Esteban? Wait, I think I said that right. ¿Tú? Oh, no. ¿Y tú hoy? We'll go there. She was a school teacher. Okay. Be soaked in bleach will really convince you if you're not already. Oh no, I am 100% convinced because there was I covered this on another show I did. We talk about a lot of true crime and we did talk about Kurt Cobain and what was it? There was a guy that I mean I don't know if this is true. This guy could have just been like reaching for, his 15 minutes or whatnot. But he had like basically like admitted that he killed Kurt Cobain or that Courtney had approached him to kill Kurt Cobain. And the guy from the Dementors was involved somehow, which is crazy because I actually saw them here in Bakersfield when I was in high school at Jerry's Pizza. It was like there's a basement underneath the pizzeria, and like all the roller derby girls will go down there and like jello wrestle. And there's like a stage way off to the other end of the basement. You got to be careful because like the floor was wet and you're always slipping going down these janky ass stairs and shit. But yeah, I remember I really hated that fucking band. It was really gross and disgusting. I couldn't stand it. But anyways, I digress. So, um, my stranger post reminds you of Frightmare Story. Is that a movie or are you talking about a story from Frightmare when we were there? So, do I want to hear a weird story? I always want to hear a weird story. Hey, Robert. Katie played the mom of Jack. You mean Courtney played the mom of Jack? Oh, really? Jack's like the main guy, wasn't he? I've not watched it, but I kind of know a little bit. I actually worked at a tattoo shop a long time ago because I did tattoos and piercings, and the owners were like bikers, and they were really into that show. Like they thought it was the coolest shit. Not to say it's not a cool show. I haven't really seen it, but I'm not all for people like throwing a bunch of hype, like too much hype over something. I just don't buy it when that happens. Anyway, so freaking sad. Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, Fabrizio, ¿cómo estás hoy? Good to see you again. I hope you're doing good. But yeah, so that's that one. This next one, because I think I got like 3 topics tonight. But this next one, I think is fucking hilarious. I don't know if anybody else has seen this or not. I don't have Hulu anymore. I used to have all of them, like Hulu, Netflix, everything. The only one that I did get rid of was Hulu because they started pissing me off. Because I only watch a few shows on there. I watch Bob's Burgers, and The Simpsons because I am a fucking diehard Simpsons fan. And it was like they took them all off, and it was like they would put a new one on, and you only got to watch it for like a week, and they'd take it off, and it's like, oh no, fuck you, I'm not doing this shit. So didn't do this, took it away, into it. Yes. There is a new. They labeled it as a horror docu-series, but if you watch the preview, it's fucking hilarious. So I call it a comedy horror doc. And it's called, what is it called? Oh damn. I don't think I wrote the fucking, God damn it, I don't think I wrote the name of this on here. It's a it's a docu-series about Bigfoot basically, but it's a comedy. It kind of gives you like if you watch a lot of the like the Netflix, if you watch Netflix true crime stories, this is what this Hulu docu-series will remind you of. If you've watched Murder Mountain, even if you've watched like some History Channel shit, like Ancient Aliens type stuff, it gives you that feel to it, but it's funny. It's really funny. It's supposed to take place in Humboldt. You kind of get the feel for Murder Mountain there, but it's supposed to be like, Bigfoot is actually evil. He's bad. He's a monster, and they're trying to find him and unlock the mystery of him. And it's actually coincidentally supposed to release April 20th, so 4/20 on Hulu. Damn it, why didn't I write down the fucking name for that? Did I write it on here? Oh no, it's called Sasquatch. Okay, cool. It's just called Sasquatch. So you guys go Google it or look it up, YouTube it for the trailer. I don't care how you do it, but I highly implore that you go and see this. I think it looks hilarious, and I wouldn't mind getting Hulu back just long enough to watch that and maybe just skim through and see if I'm actually missing anything and then maybe dump it again. I don't know. So yeah, check that shit out. Cause yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I want to see that. So next month we'll check that out. Next month's gonna be a fun month because it's Easter and it's 4/20. We all know I'm very 4/20 friendly. Yeah, so next month's gonna be kind of a fun month. Anyway, let's see. Aaron says people who survive fentanyl are talking about a tree that's eating missing people. Who's high fentanyl odds? ODs are talking about a tree that's eating what? I don't know more about. I'm gonna have to Google that because that's gonna stay in my brain all night. Check out the Mayans and see it. I don't know what that means. But yeah, that was like, didn't that come out after Sons of Anarchy? Like they went to like the Hispanic gang and started that one. Okay. Mark says, but I have been really into horror movies on Tubi. You know what? I like Tubi. Can't watch Tubi with my boyfriend home because he hates commercials. I don't mind commercials because I have ADHD, so it's great for me. It's a nice little break from trying to focus for so fucking long. So I can get up and go do my little wandering roaming thing for 2.5 minutes, or 10 minutes, however long the commercials are on that, and come back down and refocus again. So I don't mind commercials. He fucking hates them. He will not watch anything if it's talking. So yes, yeah, Aaron, that is a very weird story. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's very interesting because it kind of reminds me, what was his name? The Miami zombie, is that what he was? Or the Florida zombie? The guy that did the spice or the bath salt and ate the homeless man's face and all that like horrible icky stuff. But yeah, like that's one of the reasons why I don't fuck around with those kind of drugs. I'm good. I'll stay with my shrooms, my weed, and I'm good. So I'm good. Yes, fucking weird, dude. Okay, last topic of the night is we're getting close to the 30-minute mark here, since I don't have an interview tonight. This one I was kind of on the fence about at first because I thought it was gonna be like a reboot or a remake. I was really fucking pissed. I didn't even want to watch the shit for it. But then Richard Nettleton just had to freaking post it up on shit, and I was like, all right, fine, I'm gonna look at it. My boyfriend tried watching the thing for this the other night, and I was like, I walked out. I was like, I want nothing to do with remakes and shit. I am done with it. But there's a new Resident Evil movie that's come out. And after reading about it, I stopped being an ignorant asshole and I read it, got to understand it. I am excited because I fucking love Resident Evil. I remember when PS1 came out, that was the first game my brother got, and I was told to shut up and be quiet and don't be seen and just watch. So that's how we played games. That, and I was always the lookout. I'm like, watch that guy right there. That I was the sidekick, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, it's a new Resident Evil movie that's supposed to come out. It's going to be titled Welcome to Raccoon City. Hey, Jesse, thanks for joining. Real quick, Mark says, yeah, I smoked while they are on. Well, you have a great night. Okay. Cool. Yes, welcome to Raccoon City. I do hate remakes as well, David. That's just, I can't do it. I can't do it unless it's going to be absolutely better than the first. And everybody's got to tell me, even though I'm not a bandwagoner, I mean, you've got to convince me that it is actually better than the first. Then I'll be like, I'll sit down this weekend and give it a shot. I'm not going to jump on it right away. But I hate that shit. Audition to be a zombie. Did you really, Aaron? That's fucking dope. That's cool. I like that. But yeah, this new one, it's called Welcome to Raccoon City. It's starring, and I apologize because I'm probably going to butcher this poor girl's name, Kaya Godelario. Hope I didn't say that. I probably said it wrong. Anyway, yeah, because we all know the last 6 movies of the franchise were all about Mila Djokovic. She was kind of like in and out of the lab. She was out in the desert. She was like doing all this shit. She was everywhere and there. And this one isn't. This one, it's like if you have played like the first Resident Evil games where they're just running around Raccoon City. It's like characters like Chris, and then there's the chick. I can't remember her name. It's been so long since I've even seen the first few games of Resident Evil. But basically it's about them in Raccoon City during the zombie apocalypse and them fighting through the city, and not, Mila Djokovic's character in the lab, trying to figure shit out, military's coming in, whatever. It's going to be a whole new, its own storyline. And Mila Djokovic and her shit have nothing to do with this. So I actually feel a lot better about what they're doing with the Resident Evils. I actually appreciate that because Resident Evil, you can go in different directions with it. There were different storylines in Resident Evil, even up to the new one. What's the new one called? Village, where it's like in this old like Victorian style castle, and there's like these what are they? They're like these succubus witchy bitches that are like, eh. Yeah, and torture devices. Like they could even go into another story with that one. I don't really see how, but they could if they want. Anyway, it's in the mansion and Raccoon City. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see that one, and it's actually coming out this year too. It's gonna only be in theaters, September 3rd. But I'm wondering because if any of you have HBO Max, there are select movies that as soon as they come out in theaters, you can watch them for free on HBO Max for the first 30 or 31 days they're in theaters, which I think is really cool, especially for stuff's going on now because our theaters aren't open. So like when The Littlest Things came out, I was excited because the first day it was out in theaters, I got to sit on my couch and watch it and eat dinner. So it was great because we don't have any theaters open, and I didn't want to fucking wait to see that movie. But I should have. It wasn't that. So yeah, that's only the topics I really had time to get today. I didn't think they were bad. We had a shit story, we had a funny story, and we had a cool story. Why not? So yeah. Real quick, you guys check out my co-host from last night, Mark Valenti. He's got like I said at the beginning, he's got a new podcast called Brain Burrow. And it's a really cool concept podcast that he has. It's horror movies versus, with psychology mixed into it. He asks a lot of great questions. He's got really great interviews. I didn't have time to put it in the description box, and I'm not even really running off StreamYard right now anyway. It's mostly my phone, so we'll see what happens later. Anyway, I will be posting actually a little, like a video ad for it tomorrow. So you guys keep a watch out for that. And what's up now? What else did I have? Oh, yeah. Although there is no chance that we'll ever get a Scary Movie 6 as far as we know, tomorrow night I will be reviewing the movie Scary Movie. And I hope you guys come and join me for that. Hopefully it should be a really fun time. Because it's a fucking hilarious movie. I love the Wayans brothers. They are fucking amazing. Even on A Living Color. The Wayans sister too, because Kim Wayans was fucking hilarious as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about that tomorrow night. I'm gonna have a guest on or two, so we can all sit there and review it together. Other than that, I hope you guys had a good evening. I'm gonna get up on out of here, and I will see you creepy bastards tomorrow night. So, you have nightmares about me.